Hey all, noon class on Mondays. I forgot to go over something that you will need when you are preparing adjusting entries. So I wanted to take a quick moment to kind of go over what that looks like. And so one of the adjustments that we talked about was accruals. And most accruals look like this. You went to some sort of an expense with a debit, and then you went to a liability with a credit. That was the ability for us to accrue expenses. Just a quick refresher, that is the ability to accrue money that we owe that we want to put into the current period. For instance, those utility bills. We went to utility expense and then utilities payable. Another one that might come up both on the revenue side of an accrual and the expense is the ability to accrue interest. Both interest payable and, I believe, like we saw in the example today, interest receivable. Now that's all and well if they go ahead and give us the figures, but often you will be asked to calculate what the payable is or what the receivable is. And the way that we do that is we take principal times rate times time. So an example would be, let's think we have a $10,000 note. We're charged 6% interest, and we're going to go ahead and have it for 3 months. So we would do 3 over 12. And if we do the calculation on that, let's go ahead and see what that looks like. We would get 10,000 times 6% times 3 over 12. So 3 months over a year gives us $1,500. $1,500 for 3 months. If we were asked to accrue this, we would go to interest expense for $1,500 and interest payable for $1,500. That would be our adjusting entry. Now, if we did the same thing and they asked us that we were going to be paid that amount of money, then it would be interest receivable and interest revenue as the adjusting entry. So you need to determine, is it a payable? That means it's associated with a notes payable or a loan. And if it's a receivable, it would be linked to a notes receivable. So I just wanted to give you the information to be able to compute any adjusting entry that has to do with interest, whether it be payable or receivable. Remember, it is principal times rate times time. The time will always be over 12 for the most part. This would be 3 months over 12, or you could do 90 over 360, and you should come up with the same answer. But typically we use 3 over the 12. If you were to just do this calculation, principal times rate, that would equal 1 year's worth of interest. Hopefully that helps. We'll see you soon.